Where did Nick get the gloves?
I supplied them.
She was deeply involved with it, or just like it says in this police statement. There was latex gloves that be on the porch. She did say that. She opened the door and she made sure I had the gloves on before she gave me the weapon.
Instruct him to stab her 17 times.
No, I did not.
To nearly
No, I did not.
To nearly decap.
No, I did not.
Hey guys, welcome to Anxious Ain't Crimes. I know you guys were very angered by the 60-minute Australia interview that Amelia Adams did with Gypsy Rose, because I read the comments and you guys were furious. Well, there's a part 2. Amelia Adams has come out and she's done an interview with Channel 9, and they have asked Amelia what is her afterthoughts on Gypsy Rose, like after meeting her, like really, like her real thoughts off camera. I have a feeling that you guys are going to be just as angry in the comments. Take a look at this, guys.
As soon as she got out of prison, we thought we have to meet Gypsy Rose and hear her story. She's a really interesting character. She's very calm, quite reserved, and almost detached when she talks about her childhood, which was horrific.
Not saying that Gypsy Rose is a psychopath, but have you noticed that a lot of psychopaths are very contained, very reserved? Anyway, sorry guys, I didn't mean to interrupt, but that's my first thoughts.
She was horribly abused by her mother, who had Munchausen syndrome by proxy. But her life now is pretty great. She got out of jail. She's engaged. Her fiance Ken and her have a gorgeous little baby girl, Aurora. She was actually very pregnant when we met her, so didn't get to meet Aurora. But her childhood, her entire life was completely abnormal and bizarre, growing up with her mother the way that she did. She then organised to have her mother murdered. She was then convicted of second-degree murder and went to jail for 10 years. So her only life experience was this awful abuse and then prison. So then to walk out of that into cameras, reality TV, I think it would be a real challenge for anyone. So I felt like Gypsy was still very much coming to terms with that. I think she told me she sees 3 different therapists. And working through her relationship with her mum, I sensed still some conflict there. So, for example, I said to her, "Did you love your mum?" She said, "Of course I did. I miss her. I miss her on Mother's Day, and of course I loved her." And then you think, but you organised to have her killed. And then I said, "Did your mother love you?" And she said, "Wow, I like to think that she did, but she just had a different way of showing it." So I think she's still processing some of those major emotions and some of those major things that really made her. When Gypsy was arrested, it was assumed that, she had organised this or been part of this awful murder, which she was, and no one knew the extent of what she'd gone through, including Gypsy. She was 23 when she was arrested. She still thought she was dying of cancer. It was only when she got into custody and her lawyers told her, "You don't have cancer. Your mother made that up." So you can't possibly imagine what was her life was like. And what I sense is that she's absolutely determined to break that cycle of abuse and to give her daughter a very loving and stable home.
Do I think that Amelia Adams did her due diligence on Gypsy Rose? It's not for me to say. It's not for me to say.
That I would never hurt her. Just know that I'm innocent and know that I'm still your little girl.
Yeah, she didn't think this one through. She didn't actually do the research. She honestly didn't, because if she had her, she would see the discrepancies, and there's plenty of them with Gypsy Rose, isn't there?
I want a lawyer. Please, sir. Sir.
Anyways, guys, have you also heard that Gypsy Rose, just allegedly, guys, just allegedly, that she can't afford her rent? Did you know that? Gypsy Rose cannot afford her rent. Like, she's been given all these deals, she's been had money thrown at her, yet she can't afford her rent. Now, will you take her in your house? Will you take her in your house? Will you house Gypsy Rose? I bet you won't. I bet you will not. Take a look at this one as well. This one is from Ethan. Where are you, Ethan? Where are you? Do I have it on here?
Where did Nick get the gloves?
No, I don't.
We move into the house first.
Okay, I found it, guys. Here's Ethan. I love it how you guys say, Gypsy Rose can't pay her rent. I love it because we say can't. Gypsy Rose can't pay her rent. Gypsy Rose can't pay her rent. Ready? Ethan on display.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard can't pay her rent. It appears now that Gypsy Rose's show has ended and she is no longer getting a check from Lifetime. She's going broke. Now, I have a source who is telling me that Gypsy Rose has not yet paid her rent this month, and the landlord isn't happy. Through this source, close to the landlord, I hear that Gypsy Rose is living in a house right outside of New Orleans. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, $2,500 a month. However, she may need to consider downsizing because this isn't the first time Gypsy has been late on the rent. According to my source close to the landlord of Gypsy Rose Blanchard, the landlord has warned her before about being late on the rent. However, today, the rent is still unpaid and she is not responding to her landlord about paying it. Now, all of this comes as Ken Urker apparently doesn't have a job, still. And Gypsy Rose, however, was the primary breadwinner in the family because even if he did work as a busboy at a restaurant, that would not pay for the $2,500 a month rent for their 3-bedroom home. Is Gypsy Rose close to financial disaster now that she is no longer getting paid by Lifetime and has exhibited her poor money management skills? And do you think her landlord will have enough and evict her for continuously being late on the rent? Let me know in the comments and make sure to drop a follow for more.
Wow. You know what? Gypsy cannot handle money whatsoever. She can't. She's even said that she can't. She's always shopping. She's always shopping for herself. Like, this doesn't surprise me at all, but I don't know. This is all allegedly. This is all coming from the words of Ethan. Gypsy Rose can't pay her rent.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard can't pay her rent.
I love it, guys. I do. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Do you think Gypsy Rose can't pay her rent? And if she can't pay her rent, will you guys open up your home and let her in? Let me know, because I know you guys will not. Anyways, guys, take it easy. And if it's easy, always take it home. Take Gypsy home.
I only have like $50 in my account. I only have like $50 in my account. Here, $50 in my account being like, oh my God, am I going to have to, ask my dad for money this month or something like this? Because if I had $1 million, I wouldn't be asking my dad for money.